Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Let me start sharing. Share for me. Oh. This is a new segment. I'm sharing this now. Erase, erase. Are you forming? Are you forming? I'm sorry. Me, why must I share it? See, I'm on your left. Among other gods, you are lifted up among other gods. You are lifted high among other gods. Help us to share this. So, share to group. Let me share fast, fast. Erase, erase. Among other gods. What? Only you can do what no man can do. Help us to share this too. Only you can do. Welcome on board to Prevailing Issues with Ajoke again. Yeah, Kimatu should be mistaken. Welcome on board with Prevailing Issues with Ajoke again. Your host is Ajoke. Uh, the first segment we had to, call it off because it was just echoing. I don't know what I did, but I think the fault is from my own side. Thank you so much for coming back to join me again. And for those of you that are just coming in, we talked about Lagos in the first segment. It's about our Lagos. But this time around, we are talking more about a woman that gave us a story to share with you all. If you can stay with us, you'll enjoy it. Like I do say, have a cup of water. Today is water because it's so sunny. Welcome, Bugwe. It's enjoying. This is Prevailing Issues with Ajoke. So the second segment, there's this woman that sent an email to me. I want us to all talk about it and we can advise. And I'm going to bring in Mr. Tomademu Wagun, is a lawyer, is a social worker, qualified social worker too. So he can tell us the social implication of that. He will tell us the implication, the legal implication of that too. So just for you to hear the story first. This woman sent an email to me. She's in her 50s. She said, "Auntie, please help me. They've taken my children away from me." This is a woman that has about 5 children. Her first 2 children, male. Then she has 3 girls after that. They were living in Nigeria. And this relative of hers, this is the woman that came to tell me the story herself. By the end of the day, I got to know the real story. She said they were living in Nigeria, and this woman is a relative, just a distant cousin, said, she's traveling abroad. The woman has 2 children. This one traveling abroad with her husband has 2 children. So she's traveling abroad, and she said, "Look, you are my relative. They were good. They were doing well before. So I think the husband lost his job, and they had nothing much again. So she helped that woman and brought her 2 sons with her abroad with her own children, making 4 children. So this woman came abroad with 4 children, 2 from a relative. This relative is the one that came to tell me that they took her children away from her. So the woman moved to maybe Spain or one of these European countries with the 2 children, with her own 2 children and her relative, let's say her sister, her aunt's children. So making children she has with her. 2 her own, 2 from her own sister. So what this woman told me, the one that came to report, the biological mother of those children, wrote to me that this woman that she gave her 2 sons to look after them while she was traveling abroad is denying her right to the children. That this woman is totally controlling the boys and they don't recognize her as their mother again. She said she will call the sons and they will just, misbehave to her. They don't recognize her as the biological mother. Because she left the sons, the first one was 7, the second one 5, when that woman took them to Spain or wherever they moved to. So she said, since the boys left Nigeria, they've always been there. They went there once. They never came back to Nigeria, but they went once. And that was the only time she was able to see the 2 sons. She said she communicates with them over phone, video calls, and all that. But the boy's behavior does not show that she is their biological mother. So she said that I should please let the whole world know that they've stolen her children away from her. The boys are now 25 and 22, 25. They took them when they were 3 and 5. So she's telling me now that, the biological mother said she's feeling sad now because they've taken our children away from her. She doesn't have access to those children again. The children don't even want to talk to her again most of the time because they feel she's a pain in their neck as it is. So on hearing that, I said, okay, can you let me speak with this woman you are talking about, that is abroad, that is denying you. They are full-grown men. Yes, they are. So I said, okay, now you're saying these boys don't want to, talk to you again. They don't recognize you again. Let me speak with the boys or the purported mother here, the adopted mom, their aunt that is their mom. I spoke with the woman, she's now in the UK. She said, auntie, she said it in Yoruba, God will not let you do ore that you will put you in trouble. Oh. I said, what happened? Why are you denying the biological mother the rights to her children? She said, these boys were small when she was traveling. She has 2 children. And those are the 2 children she still has. Could be almost, she doesn't have any other child, apart from those 2 girls she has. She said this very sister of ours, an aunt, an extended aunt, family relative, was good to her before she left Nigeria, before things became sour for the woman. She said that herself and her husband were working in Chevron. They had good job. She said they had good jobs. So they were doing very, very well. The husband had good job. And so when she needed help, they were there for her. That she even lived in a house sometime before she became who she became. So when the husband lost his job and there was nothing much for the family, she had the opportunity of traveling abroad with her own family, with her own husband and children. And she felt the only thing she could repay that woman back is by helping her with 2 of her children. She has 5 children. She said she took the two big ones, that she had before. I think they were 5 and 2 or so, 2 or 3 or something. So she took the 2 boys. She said she only helped out because she felt if she could take 2 of her children out of this family, it will help a little bit and it will alleviate the poverty they were going through. So she brought them abroad. She said since they've been living abroad, she has never denied this woman her right to talk to her children. She said because of money, the financial part of it, how would she be taking the children to Nigeria every year? It's not possible. She said she's been there twice. The woman said once, but she said she's taking the boys to Nigeria twice to see their mother and their father, their family. They've been there twice. With her own money, she used in transporting them to Nigeria to see their family. She said the mother talks to the boys all the time. But she said something to me that, this boy, the boys, like she used it, boys, the way they are. As they're growing up, they feel they need their independence. They don't even live with her again. That's the sad part of it. They are grown, One is still in the university or is in the university. The other one is doing his master's in the university. The first one is done, he's got a job. And she's just wondering where this is coming from. Why too much hatred on her? She said in Nigeria now, where they live, everybody in Ibadan, where the family house in Ibadan or something, that everybody keeps calling her Aje, that she's a witch, that she has, bewitched the children. Farah Dieng said, also emotional. They were 2 littles, so they are probably struggling to treat her as their mother because of the bonding. So she said, the boys don't even live with her again. That now, in Ibadan now, everybody calls her name. She said, even most of the time she cries her eyes out. Even her own children will say, don't worry, all you did was good to this woman. And the boys too know. I think the boys felt bad the way their mom is treating the woman that helped out. She's crying out. The woman in Nigeria is crying. This one here is crying. What's your opinion about this? Where do we come into this? And the funniest thing is that the 2 boys' names have been changed to the woman's husband's name. And that is where she's really finding it difficult because they are boys. They don't bear their father's name again, they bear the woman's name. She wants that name to be changed. She wants to have her children back. She wants the bonding. She doesn't know where to go. Mr. Tom Ademuwagun is a lawyer. I don't know if Mr. Tom is back to us. I want him to please let's invite him in and let him talk to us about it. It's emotional because this woman in Nigeria feels our children have been bewitched. You know, they have been brainwashed that she's not their biological mother. They now bear the woman's name, her husband's name. Mr. Ademuwagun, Mr. Tom Ademuwagun, I don't know if you're back to us. If you can, let us invite you in. Yeah, he's in, and he will invite him in, and as a social worker. I'm trying to invite you in, sir. Approve. Okay, I'm trying to approve it now. I hope it won't sound the same way. Hello, sir.
Bless you.
Good afternoon, sir. Happy Easter, sir.
Thank you. Happy Easter to you too.
Yes, sir.
I really enjoying you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Program.
Yeah. Sir, I don't know if you heard the story we talked about, you know, the woman that gave her children to her sister to bring to Nigeria, to bring abroad, and she changed the children's name to her husband's name, I think to get papers and all that. And now she wants to have the children back. The children are grown, 22 and 25 boys. They have the husband, the new woman's husband's name. That's what they bear here. And she's crying. She wants to get her children back. Is there any way she can? From social work perspective, from legal perspective, and every perspective that you can look at it. What's your take on this, sir?
Okay, let me first of all welcome everybody that is watching. It's a common mistakes that people do. You know, when we were growing up, for somebody like myself, I spent some time with my grandmother in Ibadan. I telling you, I was born in Lagos.
Yeah.
I'm a Lagosian by birth.
By birth, you are a Lagosian, sir.
I'm a British by what they call it, by work or whatever now. So but on a serious note, all these things are things we should take very seriously. From the story, it's what we call private fostering. Private fostering, where you give your child to somebody to help you to look after
them.
You know, I said it here a while ago when we were discussing about private fostering.
You said it.
For example, if you're struggling with your children, you can't look after them, you don't want to give them to the local authority, the government to look after. You can give them to relatives or friends. It's called private fostering. So if they go and live with those friends and families, if they live more than 28 days with those families, you must inform the government. You must inform the local authority that you place your child with this friend or this family and you're traveling abroad or you want them to look after them long term or whatever. Yeah. So the government is aware. So if things like this happens, it will be easy for you to go back to government and say, look, which is the court, say, look, I want to take my kids back. This woman is refusing to give my. It's bonding, it's attachment. Those children are already attached to the new woman. So you can't blame the new woman. I'm going to break the legal implication down for you.
Yes, sir.
And I'll break the social work implication. So what that woman did that took those children, she hasn't done anything wrong. In fact, if there is more blame to be apportioned, let us apportion blame, but let's look at the solution. The mother of those children, if you're giving out your children, you should know the implication of giving out your children. What are the legal implications? What are the attachments? What are the bonding? How long is it going to be for? Is it for 2 years? Is it for 3 years? Is it for 4 years? Is it adoption? Or is it just help me while I'm struggling and get my children back? But there were no clear terms and conditions that were attached to that arrangement. So she gave out her children. So it's private fostering. So she gave those children, but you know, a place like Nigeria where there's nothing like private fostering, proper private fostering arrangement. In fact, in this country, private fostering arrangement came into place and it became a big matter when the issue of Victoria Kilimbe came into place. So it was because that brought the issue of private fostering, because they brought Victoria in. They were not the relative, but Victoria died in her. Now imagine if, God forbid, any of those children have died in the care of that woman. She would have been in problem. The woman that took those children. So it's private fostering. So in private fostering, when you're giving your children out, you must have the conditions clear with the government to say, okay, you're going to look after my children for me for X, Y amount of years, I'll get my children back. It's not adoption. They're not in the care of government. They are in the care of your friend. But the arrangement must be very clear. If you don't want to do what they call private fostering arrangement, they will have what they call just ordinary family arrangement.
Family arrangement, which I think is what she did.
Yeah. For example, like your sister, your brother, or whatever, your cousin, they look after people. That one can also, they do it here. The white British people, they do it a lot. It's a common practice here that government is not aware. They're also breaking the law. They're breaking the law by giving your children to somebody to help you to look after them, not informing the authority. So you're breaking the law. First of all, that woman that gave out her children should have known the legal implication, should have known the bonding and attachment that if children stay out of your care for a certain number of years, they lose touch with you. They lose that bond, they lose that attachment, they don't recognize you anymore. That is what they call adoption. So when children get adopted, especially in younger age, they don't have attachment with you.
Attachment with the biological mother.
Yes, they are you are the biological mother, but they don't have attachment with you. They don't know you. You haven't even raised them. So it's even like at times, even when you have house helps, and your house helps help you to look after your children, you're never there. You're always out.
You're always out on the streets.
So those children will have attachment to the house help. They will have attachment to whoever is looking after them. So those are the ones they know. So these two grown-up boys, who they know as their mom and dad is this woman abroad. So that woman has raised them from age 5 and 6. So, but let's come back. So the first mistake that woman did was she should know the implication of when you're releasing your children out, how long is it going to be for? Is it going to be forever? Or is it going to be for some time?
But sir, like most of us, like you said, most of us do it in Nigeria very well. Like, okay,
I did it.
I'm traveling abroad now. Sorry?
I lived with my grandmother for about 2-3 years.
You see? So it's this arrangement you're talking about, private arrangement and all that. We are here because we are abroad, we know about it, and because of the kind of work we do, or because, you know, the law exists here. But in Nigeria, most of us, we just take children, you know, like, okay, this is my brother's child, let me take him to my place, or, you know, and I think that was exactly what that woman said she did.
Okay, let's look at the legal implication. For example, she's lost her children. Technically, she's lost those children. Let's be honest. She's lost them. She's lost them in the sense that those children, they now have attachment and bond to this woman. Legally, from your story, that new family has changed those children's name, either with the consent of their mother or without the consent.
With the consent of their mother.
Is it with the consent of their mother?
With the consent of their mother when they were traveling. She had to do the
paperwork. So, okay, if they change those names with the consent of their mother when they were traveling, to be honest with you, they broke the law to some extent, because do they actually, I don't know, let me not say they break the law because I don't know the full story. Do they actually inform the authorities that those children were not their children? Or
I don't think they did.
Pretend as if all the 4 children were theirs. If they took those 4 children, 2 of their own and 2 that were not their own, and just changed their name and just moved the 4 of them, they too has broken the law by taking 2 other children which are not theirs to make it look as if all the 4
theirs.
The law there. But if they have a good defense, if the parents of those children say, yeah, you can change the name of our children and adopt them, or you know, make it legal, and they have them, they have the document to cover themselves that actually
back it up. Yes.
To say actually these parents, because there's one in law, there's something we call relinquishment. You can relinquish
the parental responsibilities.
You can relinquish a child. You can say, okay, I don't think I can raise the child anymore. I want to relinquish. I want to let the child go. So maybe that is what that woman did. If she relinquished her children, and those people have documents, paperwork to show to the embassy or to do the travel document, because for you to change those, for you to get a passport for those children, they have to change their name to the family that's traveling. So you must, there's a legal implication. If not, there's deception. So they must have done their paperwork to get those passports for those children. So legally, if that woman has relinquished her children, apart from adoption, because obviously she hasn't adopted those children from your explanation. It's not. She relinquished those children.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So let's assume
because of poverty.
let's assume she relinquished her children, or that will be safer for her as the people that came abroad. So, but if it's private fostering, if it's just a family arrangement, take my children abroad, they should have bear the parents' name of those biological parents. They shouldn't have changed those names.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of legal stuff there. Both the woman that brought people abroad, both the one that gave her children, it's all messed up. Okay. So what should have happened is, when those children were coming abroad, the terms and conditions, every 2 years, every 3 years, they will fly back to Nigeria, or the mother of these children or their dad will be coming to visit them, whatever.
You know, when you're in poverty, poverty, when things are not working out well, she wasn't looking at the implication of just take my children abroad. You know the way we do it in Nigeria. Somebody is going abroad, even a friend that is not even close to you at all. You will see people leaving their children with the friend.
They're breaking the law.
Just for them to take the children abroad for them.
Yes. Actually, we see a lot of people also, we have a lot of cases here that becomes, big problem. People come on holiday abroad, they're going back because of, tough times, back home. They leave their children here with their relatives. They're breaking the law in the sense that those children came in as a visitor on holiday. They should be going back.
You know.
So if you want those children to be your dependent, you want to put them here, you want to look after them, and you want to cover yourself with the law, you must make a proper arrangement to be able to get a settlement visa for those children to come in properly, so that you will not be in trouble. Because if anything should happen, let's assume there is a medical problem. They rush those children to the hospital. You've said they are your children, right?
And they need blood or something.
They need something from you. They need to do something. And they find out that the DNA, everything, the blood, everything
is different.
So they begin to investigate you also. You begin to get into bother with them. So if you want to relinquish your children, or you want them to go into adoption, it is better you do it properly.
The proper way.
Let whoever wants to help you. That woman has a good intention. They both has good intentions. The woman that is giving her children out for a better life, she has a good intention. The woman that is helping out, she has a good intention. But the problem is like two businessmen that doesn't have terms and conditions. They don't properly written down. So if there's conflict, if there's a breach of contract, breach of trust, where do you go to? What is the basis of the arrangement?
So who do you cry to now?
Yes. So legally, they both have broken the law. In terms of child development, the children have already had attachment
to the new mother.
And to be honest with you, 5-year-old child, I mean, abroad, I'm now in university. After 10, 15, 20 years, I've never been back home. What are you talking about? They forgot about Nigeria.
Totally.
Because even the law here states that when children come to this country and they've spent 7 years, they can apply
automatically become
but they can apply for discretion to get them some documents because they've had their own attachment to this country, the bond. So they are part of their development is here. People like us, we grew up in Nigeria. But those children, once children cross, they begin. So that mom, what she needs to do is she needs to appeal to her children. She needs to appeal to her children.
Talk to the children instead of, throwing tantrums and, swearing for the children. It's gotten to the point now that she's swearing, for the children, cussing the woman that helped her, saying all sort of things. I tried to speak to her, look, this woman only helped you, like you said. You brought the case to me. And speaking to that woman, I could see that all she did was to help you out. And you saying now that she's taking over your children and the boys don't know you again and all that.
But that is what our people used to say when they would say, Oreniwon. Yes. When you are helping people, at that time when they are in distress, their rational being it's questionable. So they can't think properly. Because at that time, it's like they are in trouble then, so they can even
somebody in distress. Anything
like
you ask,
when people are in need of money, and they come to you, and they'll be crying, they'll be wailing and all sorts. And you look at them, you pity them, it's okay, I take. When you have, you give me back. Let them write paper for you. Because if they tell you, if you don't do bank transfer, they might even say you didn't collect money from
that's the truth.
from you. They say they didn't take money from you. Where are you going to start? If it's cash by hand, they say they didn't take money from you. But number two, even if you do a transfer and they say to you that you gave it to me, you helped me, you helped me. People are psychology says human behavior is the most unpredictable thing you can ever imagine. People can change. Anybody. It's very unpredictable. That is why even Jesus said it. Let me not preach to you now. He said, "No, let no man say he's good." He said, "Let no man say he is good," because people can change. Now, when you are dealing with people, we deal with people on trust, and we do so many things that
of course,
just come, to the, in fact, help me build this house. You send them 10,000 pounds, 20,000 pounds, let me build this, and they chop your money. They eat it because there's no contract, there's nothing. I have been a victim. Yeah, I'm a lawyer. I'm a pastor. Are you saying I'm not?
You're daft or something?
After I'm saying it now, we have been victim because we trust people. You learn from your mistakes. There's a level of trust. Even between husband and wife, between brother and sister, people trust you. If your sister comes to you now and say, "Auntie, give me 5,000 pounds," will you say, "Come and put your hand"?
Go and write things down. It's not possible. It's not possible.
You understand? Come and put your name down here. Come and sign this paper. You understand? Sign this paper that you want to take money from me. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to be careful because your children are your most precious possession. If you allow me to use that word, they are everything you acquire. The only thing your children cannot acquire is your certificate. Every other thing you have belongs to you. So if your most precious asset
is taken away from you,
no, you gave it out. If you're giving it's like when you're giving your daughter or your son out, you're giving them out. It's like that. So no matter the poverty,
we are all learning.
No matter the trust, be careful when you are giving your children out, when you are giving your house out. No, please stay in my house. I live abroad. Stay in my house in Ikoyi. They have a right to that property. They have interest. We talked about it.
We talked about it last time. Yeah.
Yes.
And most of us do it. Really, honestly, you want to travel abroad, you can say, "Okay, my sister, just take care of this place for me.
Just take care of this house for me. Live in this property. No problem." But what you need to understand is there's an interest. You begin to give them interest because they're occupying. So that woman that took those children abroad, she has interest now in those children. Those children will be more loyal to her than their mother. And don't blame those children. She raised the children. They know her. They don't know their mother. They know her. They don't know their mother. So you can't blame the woman that took those children, that those boys now love the woman. You can't blame the woman that was
the woman that left her children for better life for her own children.
Because she didn't know the implication. She was just thinking about when it's okay for my children, they will remember me.
Yeah, they will remember me. And she's in Nigeria with other children, nothing.
Life doesn't work that way. Life doesn't work that way. We have to be very careful. What that woman should have done is, in case of future, what people should do is, if you want to give your children out, make sure there are arrangement, legal arrangement. Look at your own bonding too. Maybe after 6 months, you will come over, they will come. You continue to have.
You talk about that at the initial stage.
Yeah.
I want you to help me with my children, but please, how do I see them? Will I be coming over, or will you be coming over, or will you bring them over to me? Or
and do it. Let the legal part of it be done also, apart from the bonding, emotional, the help me people.
So as a lawyer now, do you think the boys, can they, now that they are grown men now, can they change their name,
You can change your name anytime.
Okay.
It's just a deep pool. You can change your name. It's very easy. You can change your name. But it is even when you are children. When, that was why I was asking you that question, that at what stage do they change their name? Do they change their name when they were children?
No, when they were children, when they were coming in from, so that's the name they've used all their lives.
I'm sure, you see, their parents were wrong. But they were trying to help their children.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a lesson for all of us. It's a lesson for everybody. It's a lesson that we should be very careful. If somebody is saying, well, do I look for this awareness? Lots of Nigerians don't know the implication of leaving children in the custody.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And what still changing the second names. Children could be claimed in doing this. Yes, it is a case study to use. Yes,
it's true, because I know a lot of families too. There has to be proper arrangement with backup documents.
And people should be careful when if you want to release your children. So that's your most precious asset.
It's poverty in Nigeria, sir.
Yes.
It's poverty. When you look at like if I go home now and I see people suffering, and then the mother says, okay, just you understand? It's just because of the level of poverty in Nigeria and all that.
But it's cool people will watch this program later. Let them begin to learn. Because if you take somebody's child from Nigeria, say, I'm not worried, my buying will, and just take the child, you can get into problem with the law here.
With the law here?
Yes. So,
hello, caller. Sorry, sir.
Hello, madam. Can I please contribute to this?
Please go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'd like to contribute to. I want to first thank the legal luminary there.
Yeah. Ademuwagun, isn't it?
Ademuwagun.
Yeah.
Iwagun. Where he gives it out. It's so very educative and informative, and it does in a way that you to the impact of whatever implication of the law is an art.
Okay.
Like you say in Nigeria. I don't know whether it's like the same way in the UK. Law is an art.
It's an art, yeah.
They are not in the UK for the law.
Can you hear that, sir?
No, I didn't hear that.
Like we say in Nigeria, the popular say the law is an art. Is it an art in the UK to do the law?
Yeah, because the justice system itself is blind. That's why
it's blind.
Because the woman is trying to help somebody.
For the good work you're doing, when you impact this, and I said, like they say, when you give it out, one does not feel the impact of the legal
knocking.
Okay. And I said, they say, like the popular saying back home in Nigeria, we say the law is an art.
Yeah, he said it is an art here too. Because law is blind, It's an
art, okay. Now, that was on the jocular level. Now the question is, we all know from your explanation now, which is very plausible, we can see the implication, the legal implication, and whatever is required legally for such things to arrangement to be made, okay? But now, for the reality, you are Nigerian originally, okay? Forget about new nationality. We want to look at the real situation now on the ground. When such a thing occurs, or is about to occur, like for example, when you have to stay with your grandmother for a while in the battle, there was not a consent from your parents or whatever relative, you know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, in practice, back home in Africa, back home in Nigeria, people, these things go on, okay? Now, first person bring that person in. Let's say you want to bring your cousin or whatever home back to the UK now.
save time.
Is it possible? And
Yeah,
if it is
save
possible,
time.
so
Let me answer that.
will they accept those kids in and allow them to stay with the
Yes, yes.
parents or not?
Yes.
So what if no? What can be done? Look at my question.
Yeah,
Yes,
he got it.
question.
He
Let me
said to
answer
save
it.
time. He will answer you now.
Because even my battery is running.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. If you want to help somebody, you want to bring them to this country, your cousin, your auntie, your brother, your like our caller was asking, there are processes for it. Go ask a lawyer. How can I bring my sister's 2 children? You don't need to system by changing the name. You are going through the back door, and you can be in trouble for it. But there's the arrangement for you to bring them. Go and seek legal advice. How do I bring my auntie's children? Are there arrangements under the immigration rule for me to bring them? Yes, they are. So you must meet all those conditions, which are tough. They are tough, but go and do it properly. Don't just go and change people's name and just use the back door to bring them. That is what happened. If those children came in properly with their parents' name, even their parents could go to the High Commission or wherever country they've gone to
claim the children back.
I want to come and meet my children. They will give them a document to come, or they will ask those children to go back. But now they came like that woman's children. So legally, those children have nothing to do with that woman.
Even because she said she wants to travel out now. She's asking her son to give them the kind.
No, they don't
have any relationship.
They're not related. As far as the law is concerned, they're not related. It's like marriage. It's like marriage. People live with people. They never get married. And they live for years. If anything should happen, legally, some of the entitlement you'll be entitled to, because you are not married to that person, you will not be entitled.
You can't get anything.
Yeah. You still get some few stuff, because like the side chicks get stuff.
Get something.
So you will get some crumbs, because if there's evidence to show that you've been in a long-term relationship, so you have something, and relationship, you can prove it. But what we're talking about is, if you don't do things properly, if things should go wrong, you won't have the law to fall back on. That is why if you're doing anything, if you look at the small print, they will say this thing you are buying is governed by the English law. Even in any country or whatever, they'll put it in the small print, so that in case there's conflict, there's dispute, this is how we're going to settle it.
Go by it.
Yeah. So once you're going into any kind of contract relationship with people, always put the small print there. Let everybody know that in case husband and wife fall out, brothers and sisters fall out,
that's true.
People fall out. So what about if they fall out? Then where will they fall back? They just say, "Oh, I just brought you abroad." You see, let me give you an instance. People bring people abroad to say, "Okay, I will help you." Right? I will help you to come. I'll give you £10,000 to process all the documents or pay your school fees. When you start working, you come with student
visa. You start paying me back.
Right? No document. Those children come in. When they come in, they get big. Me pay. I'm not paying you anything. Oh, you show me
pay for what?
Pay for what? Pay for what? I'm not paying. So we should be very careful when we're doing things.
When we want to do anything.
Because that woman has a good intention. The mother has a good intention. But they didn't go, both of them didn't
do it the right way.
So people should be very careful. Before you give your children out to people, make sure. Let's take another example. People will take their children from here, they will go and give it to grandma or grandpa or whatever at home. In Nigeria, right? Do you know that some of those children have been claimed too? The same. Good
evening. Yeah.
Let's look at the reverse now. Some of those children that were taken from here
to go home
have also been claimed back home. She's trying to claim her own here, but people took their own here. They are busy working.
And they are claiming them in Nigeria.
Yes, they are busy working here. I know a lot of people that always come to me. I want to take my babies. I want to take my children back so I can have time to work. That is exactly what's going to happen to them. And I always want them not to do it. I always tell them, don't try it. No matter how hard it is for you here with your children,
manage with your children
and grow up with them. Because once they are out of your care, you've lost them. Forget about their amount of money you are making, the bonding, the attachment is gone. Those children don't know you. You are making money here. You are sending money back home.
To take care of them.
They are giving to them. You don't even have that bond. You don't even see those children. They say they are disturbing you here. So if you know you don't want those children, why do you have them? So keep them here, struggle together, grow up together, so that they know you and you know them. In fact, the worst thing a parent can do to themselves is for their children not to know them, or for them not to know their children. And you can also live in the same house. Your children don't know you either.
They don't know you because you don't have the attachment with them.
You don't have time for them. You can be there physically, think you have time for them, but you don't.
You don't.
So children know. So because it's like animals, isn't it? You can have a dog, you can have a cat. It's the relationship you have. Some mothers don't have relationship with their children. They are there. Some men don't have relationship with their children. They are there. So even physically, if you are not there, you know, if two of us we talk 20, 50 times on the phone a day, it's better than people that are living in the same house, the same room.
Definitely, they are just living together, nothing, no attachment between the two of them.
So that is how it is. So that woman has raised those children. So she has attached. If that woman was phoning those children every day from Nigeria,
maybe it wouldn't be like this.
Or it won't be like this. Because that
so definitely there has been times where she doesn't call them or they don't really talk, like maybe try 2 weeks or 3 weeks. To somebody
for months, 1 year. If kids don't take it, you can lose.
You can just lose out like that.
Yeah. So she has her own mistakes. She should have. Well, she never knew to turn this way anyway. But what I will advise is those two boys, if they are watching this program, I want to appeal to them that they should please. I don't know how people speak.
Remember your mother.
Yes, you know, because of your they should look at. He's the one that poured blood on them. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's in Yoruba now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. She brought them to this world. She wants a better life for them. Life for them. That's why she said, okay, go to my auntie.
To these people. In fact, those boys, to be honest with you, no matter attachment or no attachment, immediately they've said it that, look, that is your mom. And the woman that raised you is also saying that is your mom. They should be inviting that woman down.
Their woman down.
Traveling back to go and visit them.
To Nigeria to see their mom.
Something in this life, the world has really changed. Before they used to say blood is thicker than water. But these days now, water is thicker now because people don't even, the way people live their life these days, they get carried away. We get carried away with this abroad thing. It's like it's El Dorado, it's the end of the world. You know, it's like there's no any other life anywhere again. When some people just enter this abroad is heaven. Abroad is not heaven. Abroad is not heaven. So those children should think about it and think about it deeply and put some smile on the face of their mother.
On the right woman. Because she's not done bad. She only brought you here. She left you for this woman to bring you here to have a good life. And, you know, anything could have happened in between that time and this time that you've lost contact. But wherever you are, you know, she's your mother. She's your biological mother. And this woman here in UK too, I said, look, I am not your biological mother. I'm just, you know, a person that helped you out.
Two people. So those boys, the ball is in their court. Those boys should...
Because they are grown now.
Grown. Even if you are 100 years old, your parents are still your parents. If your parents cannot talk to you, there's something wrong with you. If your parents
cannot talk to you,
your mom that took care of you, if they can't talk to you, no matter how bad it is, in fact, you're bringing curse on yourself. But the scriptures say, honor your father and your mother so that your days will be long.
Long on heart.
You cannot honor the ones that give birth, even if they are paupers. If you cannot honor them, those boys, we have problems. I'm sorry. If they're watching me, I'm speaking from a pastoral angle now.
You can go ahead, sir, and speak from that angle too.
From a pastoral angle, if those boys, covenant angle, if those boys don't go back to their mother and go and make repairs, they will have problems. They'll be shocked.
Because the mother has not done
masters, bad. It doesn't matter how many PhD you get. There are so many people that have masters, PhD, British passport. That don't have. So there are certain things in life that we have to do right. They need to go back, contact their mother, make amends, Make these two people their mothers, both the one in England,
and the
one
Nigeria.
in Nigeria. They say, mommy one, mommy two.
Mommy two.
Mommy one in Nigeria, mommy two
here.
Daddy one in Nigeria. Because
Daddy 2 here.
Mommy. And then the daddy. Even the children we work with here that are adopted, when they get to a certain thing, they go and look for mommy one and mommy two.
They do, definitely, they do.
They go and look for mommy one, mommy two. And
after leaving foster home, they still want to have contact with their parents.
Yes.
And they still say, my mom, I want to talk to my mom.
When they go, they are not going because they want to destroy the relationship between mommy
one.
No. They just want to know who mommy one is. They want to know whether they even look like mommy one. They want to know whether they look like, they are curious. So those boys should please, they can settle this quarrel between mommy one and mommy two.
And mommy two now that is going on.
Not the quarrel between the whole people's talking, whatever they are saying. Somebody
in Nigeria.
Yeah, and mommy UK. Yes.
Mommy Nigeria, mommy UK.
Yes. They need to go and resolve it. They need to go back home, buy stuff, buy nice things for their mother. So that her mind will be at peace, that our children are not gone forever. And they shoot it from so that I'm going to show it. I'm going to show it.
I show you la shade to marry.
I mean, Jesus. So one need that padà lọlé kon súre fún wọn. Wọ́n máa fi ojú olóore gún mi. Báyìí ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí.
Wọ́n máa fojú olóore gúngi.
Kó máa fojú olóore gúngi. Their mother want mama wọn fẹ́ kọ́ torí rẹ̀ now. Ta ló máa fẹ́ gbogbo WhatsApp abroad kó wá kàwé tó máa
tó máa nínú láyé.
Láti mi wà 5 years old tí mo wà 3 years old tó máa gbé WhatsApp abroad kó wá torí rẹ̀.
Kíákíá máa ju bàbá mi sílẹ̀ àti ìyá mi ní pé what are you talking? Even at age 10 gan, you want to what abroad, and then I will come and stay here in Nigeria and be suffering.
From this, as I'm talking to you, I have clients, people from watching you, that are saying they were born here, they went back home, they're trying to come back, they can't come back, blah, blah, blah.
Come back.
Because things are tough back there for them. So they should go and appreciate their mother. Kon save owó, kon padà lórí.
Kon fún ìyá wọn.
Kon tó dá, kon ra mọ́tò sí di ìyá wọn, kon tọ́jú wọn, kon ra aṣọ gidi sí wọn lọ́rùn.
Àwọn náà gbọ́.
Kon màmá, kon kúnlẹ̀, kon súre fún wọn. Mommy
London. Mommy London àti mommy Nigeria.
No, mommy UK. Because only Baba London is a good word.
It's not a good word.
Ọlẹ́ tó bá ti pẹ́ lábúrò tí ó mú kọ̀ọ̀kan lọ lé lọ́pọ̀.
Ló ń jẹ́ Mama London, Mommy London, Daddy London.
Kọ̀ọ̀kan ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. According to what they say, ó tó wá ní pé yín Mommy London, Daddy London.
Ṣé déédéé nìyẹn?
Ṣé déédéé nìyẹn? Bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé Mommy UK.
Mommy UK.
In fact, kàn ra ticket fún Mommy UK.
Kí gbogbo wọn jọ ṣeré
lọ. Gbogbo wọn jọ lọlé, kàn lọ ṣe reunion.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kàn lọ ṣe reunion, kàn ṣe party, kàn dájọ́ kí ni wọ́n dùn, kàn dáná.
Kàdẹ̀bẹ̀ mọ́mì Nàìjíríà náà wípé káwọn náà wò pé oore ni woman yìí ṣe fún wọn.
Wọ́n máa tójọ́ kiri.
Wọ́n máa tójọ́ kiri, ẹni tó ṣe yín lóore, ẹ má gbàgbé oore ọjọ́ kan.
Oh, somebody is saying, please talk English so that we can understand. Well, Yoruba is an international language. You need to know. You see
what he's saying? Oh yeah, repeat yourself in English.
The boys that are now grown here, they should go back home, buy nice gifts, save good money, take good care of their mother, let their mother pray for them. Let them let them have what they call family reunion. Let them take Mommy UK, the one that raised them in the UK, fly her back home. They all have a good, nice get together and shame the devil. Shame the devil. Shame all the people that have been talking.
That are backbiting and saying all sorts of things, gossiping about what is going on in their lives.
Shame
they
them.
Wish they can be in that position too if they have a...
Shame them. Go fly those. In fact, the settlement is
on the boys now.
The boys with their mother and involve our mommy in the UK. I hope that helps.
That helps us. Thank you so much.
I hope my
we appreciate helps. You. Mr. Ademuwagu is a lawyer. If you have any case, you want to come into the country legally, or you're in the country, you're having problem with your immigration, you can contact Mr. Ademuwagun on 07950927152. And if you are calling from abroad, it's +44 7950927152. If you are calling from abroad. So Mr. Ademuwagun will support you with your application for visas, or if you're just you're here and you're having problem with your immigration, you can always call him. Hello, caller.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, ma.
Welcome.
Thank you, ma.
Your program.
Thank you so much, ma.
I want to also encourage that in case these two mummies are hearing or listening, you know, I'm just like our lawyer has just said, you know, to bring a reunion among this family.
Then,
I also want to contribute to say that those boys, they are now adults.
They are adults, yeah.
There's something we should let them know that in spite of the fact that they're bearing the Mommy UK name, they can change on their own.
Definitely.
Without even having anything to do with Mommy UK one. Secondly, when they change their name, either way, these two boys can invite their mother to
the UK.
Because they are adults.
Benny.
And try to settle with their mom. This is things that they could use to compensate their mom. Because I believe she has done it with a free will. She wants to better the life of these children. So the only way they can pay her back, just like our lawyer said, try and make a reunion to shut the people in Ibadan's mouth.
Okay.
The one crying that Moshore down, of course, if we all know in Yoruba, there is every way that both parties want to enjoy. The first place. When people say, let's bring your children to this development country, we all know what is behind it. We know what we ourselves do.
All right, sir.
Let's take the fact. We all know there is benefit in it. In the sense that, particularly in the West Africa, developing country, we know that all these benefits, financial benefits, accommodation, blah, 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 the more children you get, the more benefit you have.
Only God knows our intention at that time.
If you go to God, because I study little of that law, and I have faced some experience. We ask how often does she call those children?
Those children, I don't think they do call each other very well.
It's just once in a long while, she cannot get those children back. And not for the adults. So that's a very good one. They are now adults. They could make a decision on their own.
Definitely, yeah.
So they bring their mother. And how can this happen? This is after the reunion. They could tell their mom that don't worry. I know the standard for them is different because their mothers and they're not on the same level any longer.
Benny. Thank you so much.
However, even if you Mommy UK has not done well in some areas because they want the ask for our.
Okay.
See about story, in the sense that before my back, not kekere, over his bad people for pay, Mama at Papa Nigeria. So what I use for this in part of it.
So when you feel pé òun gan jẹ́ pé wọ́n mọ̀.
Lọ́wọ́ ẹ máa fi mọ̀ pé àwọn nígbà wà Nàìjíríà ló ní màmá ní Nàìjíríà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ní ìsọ̀bẹ̀ tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ yóò jẹ́ kí ọmọ yẹn mọ̀. In the sense of ọdún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lára ọmọ ẹ̀ to the government. Torí pé kí ni ó mọ̀ fún ara ẹ̀. Tabaníkà sọ̀rọ̀ kí ni sọ̀rọ̀ wà. Ìwà Mommy UK tó bá gbọ́ mi, you know what you have done. Please try and correct the wrong so that torí pé tàbá kú lẹ́yìn ọ̀la ká fi orúkọ rere sílẹ̀. Kò sí bó kò ṣe lè jẹ́. The woman 2 children ó mọ̀ pé ọmọ méjì òṣèlú wọn. Ó lè má mú ìjà ayérayé wá. Wọ́n máa bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ láyé àti lọ́wọ́.
Then.
It will be better for them to reconcile.
Okay.
And make the mother reconcile so much pain. Oh, so much here. And make the Nigerian mother happy. And there are many ways, just like I said. On my left father, no woman want to UK.
Go was UK because you won't suffer long.
Out of this mother. Now we're back to you. But this can only be happened with assistance of Mommy UK.
Okay.
So if Mommy UK is listening to me, please.
Mommy UK is listening.
Okay.
Okay. Go deep in my level.
There's something behind it. So, come on, let's call it faith. Mommy UK, you have done a great job. But please, finish it and finish well. So when we die tomorrow, everyone will say, welcome, my faithful servant. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you, ma. We appreciate you, ma. Eshiman. Yeah, well, thank you so much, Mr. Adimwagu. Like somebody said I should call your number out again. The international number is +447950927152. You can get him on WhatsApp +447950927152. So you can get Mr. Adimwagu for all your immigration problems here in the UK, or if you're calling from abroad, you can talk to him. Thank you so much, sir.
In fact, those boys, yes, let's give them some good talk.
Okay, sir.
Because something they must understand is we were coming to this country has a lot of story behind it. And that is one thing that most people forget about when they come to this country. They always forget about the origin of how they left home.
They left Nigeria.
Most people come to these places, they forget about how things were when they were living. And they do things as if, and it's a shame. I see it a lot of times. I will never go back to Nigeria again. Why would you say you will never go back to where you're coming from? You have to. Oh,
of course, they know you are not them. You are not part of them.
Come on, Parawa Sutoro. I want to train 10, 11 years ago. Don't you jogali walori?
Nílùú yìí nítorí kọ́lọ̀ yìí.
Kọ́ níṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń bọ̀ tó ń jẹ́ brand new láti university. So there's nothing you can do about it. If you don't like it, padà síbi tó ti ń bọ̀. So why are we saying this? Ni pé káwọn máa rántí pé
ilé làbọ̀ sí oko.
Pé ìmínú àti lo 20 àti lo 30 years. No matter what, Kamama gbàgbé pé
we have somewhere back home
that we journey can make journey kan. Ó dàbí ilé ayé ni. Ilé ayé is a journey.
It's a journey. Ká má gbàgbé pa máa lọ ńjọ́ kan padà.
A máa padà lọlé. Ṣebí ọ̀kan lẹ́nu ti lọ yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Sorry, my audience, Maxine says she doesn't understand me when I speak Yoruba. I just like at times get used to it.
He feels comfortable in his language.
So what I'm saying is, those two boys must remember.
And just like any other or any of us too.
Yeah, there's a genesis. There's a genesis of how we all started. It's like relationship. 10, 15 years time. Say it
in English. Say it in English. Say it in English.
Okay. It's like when you are starting a journey, most people don't know how it will end. Our prayer that it will end well. When you start a journey, a marriage, business, ministry, he said the plan of God for us, he said they are good plans.
Really?
He has given us hope and a good head. So that is what we hold on to. when we were coming here, most of us, we held on to hope. It would be okay. Even when some people were leaving, they were crying. I go those days, 20, 30 years ago, when we were leaving, people see them at the airport, their families will be crying. Now people are laughing, they are waving them. Bye.
I don't want to come back to this country again.
But those days, when people are leaving, people are crying.
You're right.
They are crying in the airport, they are crying because they don't know when they will ever see them again. So those people should always remember that there was a sacrifice some people paid. Some people sold their land, they sold their property, their parents, they went far. That woman sacrificed for these boys. These boys must go back. They must go back and
remember where you are coming from.
And we all should learn from it. We should not just, we might not be children. We came here as adults. And your corner are lower. Some people helped us. Some people helped us.
Should not forget.
Yes, some people helped us. Some of us have been here now for so many years, just enjoying electricity, water, good road. And we should remember that there are some people that
where you came from.
So when it's time to pay back, please don't let us forget to pay back. So those children must pay back. Yeah. It's like the program you are doing, we are giving back. Like this time I'm giving. I'm not being paid. Some of my charge to do this program, they will charge money.
That's true.
I don't even know whether it was you or somebody else that called me a time ago and says, "Oh, tell me how much you want to charge us for a program." I just laughed. I don't charge anybody. In fact, some of the people that called me from your program, when I finish listening to some people's story, I end up not charging them.
God.
So I said, okay, give me whatever.
You can imagine. It's just giving back. Look at
because at the end of the day, even you're in a better, you are
position.
And I said to some people, I said, well, if you lie to me because you want to get things free, it's the truth. Tell me who is in this life that doesn't need help? There's nobody. Even when Jesus was here on earth, he needed help. He needed help. He got to the what they call it, to the well. He was asking for water to drink. Jesus only drink. When the woman finished giving water, then he now started telling the woman, I'm the living water. So who is here that doesn't need help? Prime Minister needs help. Prime Minister needs help than anybody. Babangida needs help. Buhari needs help. And all of them, they need help. You can't say you don't need anybody.
You don't need anybody.
You can't say to help people. No.
We should all remember where we're coming from. Remember people helped you to this position. Always give back. Try as much as possible.
Boys must
give back.
Number 8, make here. They must go back. They need to go back. You see, the foundation is destroyed. What can the righteous do? So I leave it there for today.
Thank you so much.
Happy Easter to everybody watching. I hope.
Thank you so much. Mr. Ademo Agui saying thank you. Happy Easter to everyone. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you, sir. Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the rest of the Easter.
Merry Easter.
All right, sir.
Bye.
Take care, sir. Bye, sir. Yes, I'm not sure if they remember that they have had third siblings back in Nigeria that they should also help. Yes, Mr. Evangelist Buki Oloto, the same thing. I think the mom is really struggling at the moment. She doesn't have much, Nigerian condition, nothing much. I think the only thing that the boys and the woman here, they're angry about is the way she's spreading news in Nigeria about them, That's how they feel bad about it. But apart from that, she really needs the boys' help. And the advice we got from lawyer and from everybody, the boys should please help their mom. She needs their help. She really, really needs help at this point. And their siblings too in Nigeria, they are not finding things, easy. And we all have to learn something. One of the things we can take home from this is that, where we go to Nigeria to help people out, like the lawyer said, let there be terms and conditions. Don't just go and pick people's children from home, from Nigeria to help. Because at the end of the day, and apart from that, you that you're leaving your daughter or your son or your children to somebody to bring abroad for you, do you have any plans at all of you coming to see them, or if they're coming to see you in future, or whatever plans you have? But if you don't have any plan and you are just all you just want is somebody to take my child away, just help me out. It doesn't work like that. You know, it will always bring problems for both parties. And for the boys, if you're hearing it, they said you can change your name to your biological father's name because you are of age now, so you can do that conveniently. But don't forget to go back home and support your mother and your siblings that are in needs. And you know, for mommy UK, don't worry, you've done well. You've not done anything bad. God sees your heart while you brought the like you told me that you remember when you had nothing and their mother helped you. That was why you did that, to support the family. God sees your heart. God sees why you did it, and God will repay you back in a million folds. So don't worry, don't feel bad about it. Continue to pray for those boys. They are your children, as they are the woman's children. You brought them up right from 5 to 3 years old. So you've done really well. And for you to have seen those children to that age and they still recognize you as their mother, that means you've treated them very well. So don't feel bad about it. Don't say you're not going to help again. God sees your heart. Continue to do your bit as human, you know. And for you, mommy in Nigeria, please, like we said, that man said, Emma Fujolo Regungi. And apart from that, you know, those children are your biological children. Nobody can take your children away from you. I don't know you very well, but what I'm trying to say is that those children are your biological children. Nobody will take them away from you. All you need to do is call them, talk to them, try as much as possible to build a relationship with them. You've lost out the relationship with your children, and that's why they don't seem to know you again. I wonder how many times you call them, or you guys have time to chat or see yourselves on full video or anything. You've only seen them twice since they left Nigeria, and I think that's where the problem is. So try and build a relationship with these children. Try and talk to them, and yeah, you talk to mommy UK too, and you guys can, you know, sort it. Stop spreading news about her. She's not you good, not bad, you know. Please, ma. And then on this note, I want to show our adverts. You know, like I said, on this program, we do a lot of things. We do adverts for people. We do birthday shout-outs. If you have birthday shout-outs, you want me to, you know, broadcast to the whole world and let them know it's your birthday, it's your name, you are doing something big. You come on, and I'll do that for you. Or if you have a story you want us to share with everybody to learn from, give me a call, and then I can talk to you about it, and you know, we can share your stories for people to learn. We've learned today one thing or the other, that you know, you don't just leave your children like that for people to bring abroad for you or anything. There are ways you can do it, even legal ways you can do it, that you can bring your children in legally. So give us a call. We showcase your story here. We talk about everything, almost everything on this program. So let's share your story to learn from you. And then if you have birthday, like I said, birthday shout out, give me a call and I'll do that for you. Cheap rate. And then for adverts, please, we do adverts. If you want to advertise your hairs, you're doing makeup, you want to advertise your cooking, catering, you have something to advertise, shoe bags, anything you want to advertise, give me a call and I'll do the advert for you. Help your girl, please. Help your girl. Help her, okay? She needs your help. So on this note, I want you to look at this advert for me. This is about medicine, and I want you to contact Tony.
Orúkọ ìlú tí mo bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ ní Dr. Muritala Ọláyínká tí mo jẹ́ aláṣẹ àtolùdarí ilé-iṣẹ́ Tónítóní Herbal Healthcare. Àwọn aláṣẹ egbògi ìbílẹ̀ ní ti ìgbàlódé tí àwọn èèyàn rà káàkiri ní Nàìjíríà ní gbogbo ta system ta ní. Àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ń ta ní abroad. A tẹ̀ ní àwọn product Tónítóní láti ṣe ní ti ìgbàlódé ewé àti egbò ìbílẹ̀ wà ní ti àwọn bàbá wa àwọn tí wọ́n wò yí pé this time around àwọn Yorùbá ní ọmọdé nínú ilé títà máa jò àwa tí wọ́n á lọ sí ẹ̀kọ́ ẹ̀ ní ti ìgbàlódé àwa pa àwọn oríṣiríṣi àwọn irinṣẹ́ tá a fi ń ṣe àwọn obìnrin process. Gbogbo wọn tó wá ń wò mí ní àsìkò tá a wà yìí a ní àwọn product yẹn tó jẹ́ tónítóní lóríṣiríṣi a ní tónítóní herbal flusher powder ó dẹ̀ da gan tó yẹ pé a ti ṣe sínú sachet ẹni tó bá ní ìdí ẹ ti máa rí káwọn èèyàn ń ta káàkiri tónítóní herbal flusher powder ni ó da ẹlòmíín wà tó ní inú rẹ̀ á tóbi ẹlòmíín wà tó ní jẹ̀díjẹ̀dí ògbóró kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn tí ẹ bá lu tónítóní herbal flusher powder ó máa flush everything out. àwọn believe lórí quality because nǹkan tó bá da ó wà most important ẹ wo orú tónítóní for infection àwọn aláṣẹ egbògi jáde tó dẹ̀ da gan káwọn èèyàn rà any infection ló lè jẹ́ toilet disease ni or staphylococcus ni or gonorrhea ni any infection ó da gan a ní liquid a lè ní powder fún oògùn yẹn dá táwọn yẹn lè rà kalẹ̀ tó ṣe tónítóní bitters tó wà káàkiri ní pharmacy chemist táwọn yẹn lè rà wọn dúpẹ́ fọlọ́run it's very good product àwọn aládẹ tó ṣe tónítóní for the men eléyìí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ọkùnrin wọn ò lè sojúṣe wọn ní bó ṣe kọ́ ṣe kì í ṣe owó àti aṣọ nìkan lóbìnrin need ó ní ìdíkéyàn lè sojúṣe torí ẹ̀ láti ṣe gbòógì tónítóní for the men tó dẹ̀ kú ìkan tó dáwọn èèyàn bá ń lò.
So Tónítóní, it's an herbal medicine, herbal, treatment for a lot of things. They do them in tablets. So, like the world is going herbal now, if you can, you know what I mean? Everybody is going herbal. And that's why I want to just recommend this for you. They've got lots of products for tummy, for your tummy to go down, for you to go slimmer and look beautiful, for glowing skin and everything. They do a lot of products, Like you said, they have a Hansa for men to perform well on bed. If you have a man that is doing his thing is not doing very well, contact Tónítóní. If you have a woman that is looking for fruit of the womb, and she needs to treat it, herbally, you can contact Tónítóní. To treat toilet infection, STDs, contact Tónítóní. Their number is +234 8033715988 or +234 8028436072. Tónítóní, they have their office in Iyano Ipaja, block AB9, Iyano Ipaja Road, Mosalashi bus stop. Contact them. If you are abroad and you want to be a soap, distributor, you can contact Tónítóní for all your herbals. And on this note, I will say Ajoke is signing out. Thank you so much for coming every time to give me a helping hand. Thank you so much. I thank you so much, Auntie Dele, for being my beautiful admin. Eshegonio. All my friends, family, Ayolamino, thank you. Welcome on board. Ashabi Gege Oyedokun. Thank you so much. Ade Jakes, everybody for coming. Rachel, every one of you that have been part of this program. Oloto, Madam Bukola Oloto. Thank you, Ma. Everybody, every other person that I have not called. Toyosi, thank you for coming. Margaret Veracruz, thank you for coming. Every one of you that have been part of me today, I say thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I hope I'll see you again next week. On that note, Ajoke is saying bye.
Hi, I'm Emily Cinder, and this is my new season. It is on Instagram.
Thank you, Mr. Demuwa Gutsu, for coming. I don't know what I would have done without you on this program. Mimo. So let's enjoy the rest of our Easter. Please drink this baby. Don't go and drink. Remember, Jesus is rising tomorrow. It's rising on Monday. Tomorrow we're here. So that we rise with Jesus. Don't drink too much tonight. Thank you, sir. Kò sí o, kábíyèsí. Let's worship God. We are waiting for his leaving tomorrow, so let's wait for prayer time. Kábíyèsí Olúwa. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Love you. See you next week. Have a splendid weekend. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Your Easter. Drink reasonably if you're drinking. Behave well. And let the rising of Christ be our portion tomorrow. We rise with Christ in everything. Have a lovely evening. Bye.